in the league. This was one of the more frustrating things I saw yesterday because there comes a point to me when thinking about Caitlin Clark being ranked as the 9th best guard in the league by her peers. It is either delusion or it is jealousy. Because when you watch Caitlin Clark play the game of basketball, they don't treat her like she's the 9th best guard. They don't pick her up for full court like she's the 9th best guard. They don't blitz her after she crosses half court like she's the 9th best guard. They don't double team her like she's the 9th best guard. They don't foul her as though she's the 9th best guard. So to rank her as the 9th best guard leads me to believe it is either delusion or it is jealousy. That's what I'm led to believe. I can't suggest that it is, and I'm not speaking about an individual WNBA player. I'm speaking about the WNBA players, because how in the world do you vote her as the 9th best guard, though you treat her as the best, the 2nd best, or as worst, 3rd best guard? But I'm reminded of this, and I hope Caitlin Clark understands this, that criticism is the cost of praise. And what you have to pay in order to receive praise is criticism. And Caitlin Clark has received a lot of praise, and as a result, she will thus get a lot of criticism. I'm also reminded that love begets hate. If TJ loves me, James is going to hate me just by nature of the fact that TJ loves me. That's just the way the world works. If somebody hates you, other people are going to love you just because other individuals hate you. So when I think about Caitlin Clark and the dilemma she's facing currently with the W, you voted the 9th best guard by your peers, and why don't they treat you like the 9th best guard? They don't, because there has to be some version of delusion here or some version of jealousy. But also, Caitlin, because so many people praise you, other people are going to hate you. And I think that's what we're seeing here now. I'm not going to sit here and say that WNBA players hate her. The word hate is subjective. But what I am going to say, which is very objective, is there is some version of animosity based upon the love that Caitlin Clark is receiving by everybody else.
I agree. Go ahead, T. It's what I said yesterday when they put Joe Burrow number 7. This list don't matter. It don't matter. And you may not like Caitlin Clark, and that's okay. But when you finish 1st in assists and 7th in points as a rookie, and you're not the 9th best player in the league, the 9th best guard. So that means they got you somewhere in the 20s and 30s, but you're finishing top 10 statistically as a rookie. He said hate is a strong word. The hate is real. It must be her game. You don't like her. You don't like the attention she's getting. She proved as a rookie that, I can really play. Diana Taurasi was like, it's going to be different. You come into the WNBA, you're not going to do what you did in college. She started off, she had to kind of find her way. And when she found her way, she was balling. And what did Diana Taurasi say? Oh, yeah, she's a lot better than I thought she would be this early. Yeah. And so for her fellow players, with her peers, to do this, the list can't be real. They must just want to keep motivating this young lady, because now everybody I play, I'm not shaking your hand, I'm not talking to you, I'm busting your you-know-what every time we play. And this is what they're doing to her. They're motivating her, and do you really want to give her more motivation? Because she can really play. It ain't fair. I don't know what the agenda is, like why. And, everybody talking about Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark, get all this. If y'all stop doing this, we stop talking about it then.
Both of y'all are right on. The hate is real. The best player in the WNBA, in my humble opinion, is Asia Wilson. Mm-hmm. And it's a lot of players right now having a better season than Asia Wilson. They not better than Asia Wilson. And if you said they were, you would be hating. Caitlin Clark is a top 5 player in the WNBA. How is she the 9th best guard? She's a top 5 player in the WNBA. And she showed that not just because her name on the back is Caitlin Clark, by the way she's played. Her team is way better with her on the court. Everybody is bragging about Aaliyah Boston right now. I want to show y'all something, because Aaliyah Boston is dominating, but she ain't dominating without Caitlin Clark on the court. I just want y'all to look at this right now. The 7 games without Caitlin Clark, look at Aaliyah Boston's stat line. Everything is way, way, way down because of the attention Caitlin Clark is getting. Because of her and Caitlin Clark's connection and the way Caitlin Clark can pass the ball. That is why she is number 1 in assists, and she has missed a bunch of games. She is still making everybody around her better. Her team averages 12 more points a game with Caitlin Clark on the basketball court than without her on the basketball court. This is an all-star. I think Aaliyah Boston was like 2nd or 3rd in voting. This is an all-star player, but without Caitlin Clark on the basketball court, Aaliyah Boston is not having an all-star year. Caitlin Clark is a top 5 player in the WNBA. Put some respect on her name. Stop hating on the young lady. She's a baller. She has shown us that. That is why the eyeballs is tuned into the WNBA. That is why JJ has a WNBA league pass. And yes, I'm blessed to see the other girls that are balling too, because those other girls that are on the list are balling too. But let's just keep it a buck, man, and let's stop doing it. And Acho, you said it right. They don't treat her like the 9th best guard. Because the 9th best guard is like the 4th best receiver. He ain't getting no attention. You know what I'm saying? And he only playing 25 plays a game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if y'all want to treat her like that, then start treating her like that. Then show me she's the 9th best player.
Yeah.
By the way you treat her. But right now you treating her like she is a Asia Wilson and a Breanna Stewart and those type players. That's how you guard her. So don't do it like this when you gotta vote on.
Here's what I can't understand is usually the hazing period of an incoming rookie lasts a couple months, maybe a year at most. We've all been there. Maybe college, the new 5-star shows up in the building. In the NFL, the first-round pick, who's supposed to be the chosen one, shows up into the building, and you look at him for a little bit, and you're like, man, who are you? Then after about 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, they've earned your respect. You allow them to enter the fraternity, sorority in this case. How come, at least on the outside looking in, it's not as though we're in the sorority, how come it has taken so long, at least it appears, for the WNBA peers to adopt Caitlin Clark? I want to show y'all something before y'all answer this question. Look at what Caitlin Clark has done for the WNBA, or helped do for the WNBA. Merchandise sales up 600%. All-star voting up 536%. WNBA draft viewership up 320%. All-star game viewers up 300%. Sellouts within arenas up 242%. And overall attendance up 54% since Caitlin Clark has joined the WNBA. I'm not going to say she's exclusively responsible. I think that'd be hyperbolic at best and asinine at worst. But I will say she had definitely played a large part in being responsible for that. How come there hasn't been an adoption by her peers? Why is there still so much envy? You played 12 years pro. You played 9 years pro. How come?
I believe when you look at it, it's the attention that she received coming into the WNBA. No, we hadn't seen that from a female athlete. We hadn't seen that. Just that type of attention in a team sport. It was like, oh my God, Caitlin Clark is coming to the WNBA. She's going to be the savior. If she didn't play well, we wouldn't be talking about her. She leads all guards in the WNBA in double-doubles. And she's missed games. She's still leading all the guards in double-doubles with the games that she's missed. And so, to me, I just believe the way she came into the WNBA with all the hype. We hadn't seen this before. They hadn't hyped a player up like this. They were on, oh, she may come in and be a top 5 player immediately. She may be the best player. And they didn't like it. They didn't like that. You got to earn your stripes, so to speak. And so when she earned her stripes, it's what Acho said, okay, the hazing should stop. They still trolling her. When you rank her 9th, you're trolling.
Let me ask somewhere that unconventional, but it's a facility. We got to go there. If the cameras weren't here, I'd ask y'all this question. If it's off, if it's out of bounds, stop me. How much has race played a factor? Because
I knew where you were going.
Yes. Like, how much has race played a factor? Because we've been in reverse situations, right? I've been in situations where if I'm playing on an all-black team and this cold white dude joined the squad, and it's like, hold on. Track and field, you see it primarily. It's like, come on, what we talking about? If Caitlin James looked and sounded and walked and talked more like her peers, and or maybe she didn't go to Iowa and she went to like a UConn and had a lot more of her sisters from college in the W, how much do you think the race has played a factor in all of this? Because she is a white woman in a league that is primarily black women, like in football, it's primarily black and brown people. And when you see a white person in there, it is like, oh, Christian McCaffrey, that's interesting. Oh, Jason Sehorn, John Lynch, that's interesting. Like, how much has that played a factor?
To be honest with you, I don't really think it plays too much of a factor in this situation. And what I mean by that is jealousy is real.
Okay, let me pause you. Juju. Cold. But we don't see it with Juju. So what's the...
Hold on, that's what I'm about to get to. Jealousy is real. I truly feel like if Juju Smith was Caitlin Clark.
No. Hold on. Not Juju Smith.
I mean, not Juju. Juju Smith.
But yes, we know.
If Juju was Caitlin Clark and she came into the WNBA and you just showed that thing that you showed, and the WNBA is only here because of Juju. The WNBA attendance, all of that she's getting, all that Caitlin Clark is getting, I think she still will get treated the same just because she's not white. I do think it'll be a lot of jealousy towards Juju. I really do. I think she would get everybody's best shot. I think they would pick her up from full court. I think they would do all of that.
But that's not the jealousy, though. That's the respect of your game.
That's the jealousy, because the jealousy is, yes, Caitlin Clark is here, but she's not the only one doing that. She's not the best player in the WNBA. She's not like the women they're thinking like that too. So we're going to show you. Why do you think Diana Taurasi said that? I've been here. I'm better than her.
But the jealousy to me, though, Jay, doesn't stem from how they treat her on the court. Outside of the excessive and aggressive fouls after the whistle, that to me could scream some jealousy. The jealousy to me is, how in the world do y'all vote her as the 9th best guard in the W? The jealousy to me screams, she's not the only one who did it. I did it too. The jealousy to me is some of the extracurricular stuff that occurs outside the whistle. I don't know, and then I'm also wondering, does Caitlin Clark play a role in that? Right? Because Caitlin Clark doesn't appear to have a ton of friends outside of the Iowa squad or her team squad. Whereas the Juju Watkins seems to have. The Asia seems to have a lot of them. The Kelsey Plums even. So how much of a factor and a role does Caitlin Clark play in all of this? And does she need to be more outgoing? Does she need to make sure she's showing up at other events or for other people? Does she need to try to fit in? WNBA is 19% white, 81% non-white. So does she need to take onus to say, you know what, I'm from Iowa. I'm a white girl in the league that's not primarily dominated by me. Everybody is giving me love outside of here. Maybe I need to find a way to do more.
She didn't go to a traditional powerhouse college in Iowa. That's number one. But everybody, you want to feel appreciated. So the rest of the players feel like all the credit has been given to Caitlin Clark for the rise of the W. That's all. They just want to feel appreciated. Like,
that's it. And I think
we didn't play a part in this. We didn't help build this league, because every 600% in viewership and merchandise sales, and you think it's just her, or it's an evolution of the league and the players getting better, the overall game. And because it went to Caitlin Clark, and it was like, whoa, all right, we got something with her, and she's just the face of it. And I do kind of agree with you, James. If it had been anybody else and they were getting the bulk of the credit, they would be at their neck. Mm-hmm. They would be at her neck, and it just so happened to be is Caitlin Clark getting the bulk of the credit.
Like anything, even with the NFL, we talk about like the Cowboys all the time. If you play for the Cowboys, you're going to get a whole lot more attention. We always talked about if Myles Garrett and Micah Parsons would switch, Myles Garrett would have 97,000 commercials and all that. It's been plenty of dudes on certain teams. You're like, he made the Pro Bowl over me. Probably because he was on that team. And then that's when the jealousy factor kicks in.
I agree.
But
sometimes wouldn't y'all suggest some people are more likable than others?
No doubt.
And how likable is Caitlin? You know what I mean? In the sense like,
her game, she don't care. She don't care if you. She seems like the type of person. I don't care if you like me.
But this gonna be a very long career if you have to live in a sorority with a bunch of individuals who don't necessarily gravitate to or respect you.
And that is well said, and it brings me to Paige. Paige is a baller, but Paige's personality is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's friends with all of them. She TikToking with them. Like, her personality is phenomenal, and they embraced her.
But Paige is also a much more seemingly cultured individual than Caitlin Clark.
And Paige,
I would assume, can relate.
She played in UConn with a ton of WNBA players on your team, coming back to practice, and so you're around these girls. They know you. It's different. That she didn't have that at Iowa. When you play at UConn, you're a bunch of girls in the WNBA. They're going to come back and practice. They're going to come back and see Coach Gino. So now they get to know you. They know you as a person, so they're going to treat you differently.
It all comes back to the attention she's getting, and that is why they are treating her like that. It all comes back to that.